Hello, my name is Nadia Amira binti Mat Azizan. I would like to share about chemistry in everyday life. The scientific study of matters, properties, and behavior is known as chemistry. It is a natural science that studies the elements that make up matter, as well as the compounds made up of atoms, molecules, and ions. Their composition, structure, qualities, and behavior, as well as the change that occur when they mix with other things. This is the table of contents. Firstly, I would like to share about importance in everyday life. Second, examples of chemistry in everyday life. Thirdly, importance of chemistry in food. Next, importance of chemistry in cosmetic. Lastly, importance of green chemistry. Chemistry is essential for meeting our basic needs of food, clothing, shelter, health, energy, and clean air, water, and soil. Chemical technologies enrich our quality of life in numerous ways by providing new solutions to problems in health, material, and energy usage. The food we eat, the cosmetic we use, or the medicine we take, all of these undergo chemical reaction. It can help you make decisions related to a wide range of these like watering plants based on seasons, setting the temperature to bake a cake, choosing the right medicine for acidity, applying a particular SPF sunscreen and others. It helps you understand which element your body needs for more. For instance, some may require vitamin D more than others. Understanding basic chemistry is essential for understanding the effects of chemicals on the environment. This information can be used to give plants the best nutrients to help them grow or to decide how to dispose of chemicals without poisoning the air or water supply. This is an example of chemistry in everyday life. First, discoloration of leaves and food digestion. After that, common salt, ice floating on water and tears while you cooking and onions. Next, chemistry in sunscreen, medicine, hygiene, and baking soda. Last is food preservation, chemistry in emotions and coffee. Example first is discoloration of leaves. Chemistry is a significant part of both flora and fauna. Photosynthesis is the one of the initial concepts we got hold of about plant life. It is nothing but a chemical process through which some plants make their food. The reason why leaves look green is because of the presence of a pigment called chlorophyll, and when its amount decreases, the leaves look pale yellow. The chlorophyll breaks down. The green color disappears and yellow to orange color become visible and give the leaves part of their fall splendor. At the same time, other chemical changes may occur, which form additional color through the development of red anthocyanin pigments. When it comes to digestion, chewing is only half of the battle. As food travels from your mouth into your digestive system, it is broken down by digestive enzymes that turn it into smaller nutrients that your body can easily absorb. This breakdown is known as chemical digestion. Without it, your body would not be able to absorb nutrients from the foods you eat. Many chemical reactions take place. Once your food goes down to stomach, it is get mixed with hydrochloric acid, which is released by the walls of stomach. This makes it one of the most common examples of the chemistry in everyday life. The white color crystal salt we use at our homes for cooking and other purposes is called common salt and has a chemical name of sodium chloride. It occurs commonly in the mineral form, also called rock salt. It can be formed by the acid-base reaction of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. As a solid, sodium chloride is crystalline and forms a cubic lattice. The bonding of sodium and chlorine atoms is the one classic examples of ionic bonding. It not only helps in adding flavor to the food, but also acts an excellent preservative, and thus is perfect example to determine the use of chemistry in our lives. Ice is a unique substance because it's solid state.
Ice is less dense than its liquid state. Because of property, ice floating in water. Physical properties are characteristic of a substance. They do not change. When water cools, the hydrogen bond adjusts to hold the negatively charged oxygen atoms apart, which prevents that ice from becoming any denser. So for water, the density actually decreases along with a decrease in temperature because ice to be less dense than water. This concept is explained in depth in the class 9 syllabus. These compounds consist of methionine and cysteine that are part of the amino acid family. Protein is made up of several of these amino acids grouped together. When an onion is sliced or diced, the onion cells release the compounds into the air. When this occurs, enzyme works to alter the amino acids into lacrimated compounds. This form of sulfuric acid irritates the nerves around the eyes, making them tear. So, what can be done to reduce all this onion chemistry drama? Certain varieties of onions, especially sweet onions, are less sulfurous than others and are thus less likely to burn your eyes. You can also freeze or refrigerate onions before you chop them. This slows down the enzymes responsible for the series of unfortunate chemical events. Titanium dioxide is often the primary ingredient in sunscreen because it works well as a UV filtering ingredient. Sunscreen also contains carbon-containing molecules that absorb light, such as oxybenzone, octinoxate, octisalate, and avobenzone. Organic sunscreen are usually easier than inorganic sunscreen to rub into the skin without leaving white residue. People with sensitive skin should use inorganic sunscreen since it's hypoallergenic and less likely to irritate your skin. Creams are the best for dry skin. Lotion are thinner, less greasy, and generally preferred for large body areas. Gel are good for hairy parts of the skin such as the scalp. Sprays are sometimes preferred because they are easy to apply, especially on children. However, it is difficult to know if you are applying enough to cover a specific area. Spraying into your hands first helps to make sure that you are adequately covered as well as to avoid inhalation. You could also consider applying cream initially, then using spray when reapplying. Medicines are chemicals or compounds used to cure, help, and prevent disease, ease symptoms, or help in the diagnosis of illness. Advances in medicines have enabled doctors to cure many diseases and save lives. These days, medicine comes from a variety of sources. In every disease, a different biological or chemical reaction takes place. That is why different chemicals are needed to help patients get cured. Hygiene is a series of practices performed to preserve health. Hygiene refers to conditions and practices that help maintain health and prevent the spread of disease. Personal hygiene refers to maintaining the body's cleanliness. The hygiene activities can be grouped into the following: home and everyday hygiene, personal hygiene, medical hygiene, sleep hygiene, and food hygiene. Home and everyday hygiene includes hand washing, respiratory hygiene, food hygiene at home, hygiene in the kitchen, hygiene in the bedroom, laundry hygiene, and medical hygiene at home. Sodium bicarbonate, also known as baking soda or bicarbonate of soda. The science of baking soda, this unassuming salt, has a multitude of domestic and industrial uses, including as a food additive, medicine, and cleaning product. It also finds its way into fireworks, fire extinguishers, fungicides, and pesticides, and may have new utility for companies looking to improve their environmental footprint. Chemical food preservatives are widely used in the food industry and invariably cheap ingredients that are effective against a wide range of spoilage organisms. Chemical food preservatives include compounds such as sodium benzoate, benzoic acid, nitrates, sulfates, sodium sorbate, and potassium sorbate. Preservatives and preservation techniques prevent foods from spoiling and oxidizing quickly, allowing grocery manufacturers to distribute foods across the country and the globe without impacting food safety or quality. Two significant factors that cause foods to go bad quickly are microbes and oxidation. Emotions are controlled by the level of different chemicals in your brain, but there is no love or hate chemicals. At any given moment, dozens of chemicals, messengers, or neurotransmitters are active. So, a relationship between brain and mood. The brain controls the release of certain chemicals. It is called neurotransmitters, which communicate with other areas of the brain to stimulate or calm us. This then influences on our mood, emotion, and behavior. It is also important to know that chemical imbalance in your brain is when you are making either too much or too little of certain neurotransmitters. This may contribute to a mood disorder or mental health condition if left uncorrected. However, the reason why mental health issues develop in some people and not others is more complex than their levels of brain chemicals alone. Coffee is a cornucopia of chemical compounds. Coffee contains a variety of different chemicals, including over 1,000 aromatic compounds. Of course, caffeine is the most well-known participant in coffee. It is the reason why most adults drink it in the first place, and we will get into how it works further down the page. Mention coffee and caffeine is the chemical compounds name that immediately spring to mind. However, with caffeine's effect on the brain are well documented. It binds to adenosine receptors in the brain. It has relatively little impact when it comes to the taste of coffee. Coffee, as it turns out, is a cornucopia of chemical compounds that influence its taste, where some of these compounds are purely characterized. One group of compounds about which plenty is known are the chloronic acid. Next, important chemistry in food is chemistry involves studying natural science to understanding the structure, composition, and the metamorphosis of various substances. Substances are elements that make up chemical compounds. Chemistry has major importance in food industry because it involves studying of the chemical process and how the chemicals interact in both biology and non-biology food components. Chemistry informs us about change in food during processing and storage. Chemistry is important in the food because it examples the change in the cooking processing, including how ingredients interact to make food and how our body uses food. The food industry uses chemistry as an important tool to analyze food items to understand its nutritious values. For example, chemistry helps us develop various food flavors. Cosmetic is a very interesting topic. Women and some men using makeup date way back in history. The invention of cosmetic is not a modern day thing. The chemical composition of makeup will determine what product cosmetologists use on their guests. Knowing about the ingredients and how they work on skin allows makeup artists to create the best beauty looks possible. It started 4,000 years ago. Egyptians owned a lot of body oils, face creams, face paint, eye makeup, and other cosmetic items. Another thing is in early Greece. Women applied white powder to protect pale skin and used charcoal as eyeshadow. Australians use a wide range of minerals and crushed up rocks to make up creams and body paint. All around the world, women mix a series of things to make what we know now called cosmetic product. Green chemicals either degrade to innocuous products or are recovered for further use. Plants and animals suffer less harm from toxic chemicals in the environment. Lower potential for global warming, ozone depletion, and smoke formation. Less chemical disruption of ecosystem. Green chemicals is both a specialized scientific field within chemistry or chemical engineering and a philosophy with specific core principle and goals. That's all for me. Thank you.